What's up, dudes? Well, tonight we were supposed to have a guest on. Last minute, they told us they couldn't make it. Hope you can make it on the next one. So, we have a special treat tonight, something we've never done on this show. It's going to be a crazy one. Both Jesse and I curated it. Okay, yeah, I said that right. And it's going to be a doozy. Let's get into it. What is up, dudes? Welcome to the Paranormal Dudes podcast, episode 97. We're almost at 100, guys.
Hey, you're almost
Woo! What are we going to do for 100? Probably nothing, because I don't know. We'll think of something cool.
In-person something, remember? In-person
That'd be
something.
amazing.
Not on that day, but something.
Something. We'll figure it out.
But it won't be at 9:30.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to... So we'll have like a 2-hour episode special for 100 episodes, and then later to celebrate it, we'll do an IRL. I was gonna say taping. That sounds so boomer. Like taping of the show, recording of the show. I don't know if that's any
Get
better.
out the old 8mm.
I know, right? So as we kind of outlined in our intro, things fell through with one of our guests on the show. It happens from time to time, and we scramble for some topics. But this time, we're doing something a little crazy. I don't think it's crazy. It's more, it's on brand for Paranormal Dudes. So let me explain what's going to happen. First and foremost, this is a story of a girl. I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
Who cried a river and
Okay.
drowned the whole world?
There you go. Okay. Okay. So me and Jesse curated this for us. The Wheel of Misfortune. Okay. So how this is going to work. Okay. We have 8 topics on here. Each one of us gets to spin the Wheel of Misfortune. Okay. Each one of us gets a topic. It doesn't end there. Then we do Ching Chong Boo for you non-speaking Spanish speakers. I always say that up, don't I? For our non-speaking Spanish.
Rock, paper, scissors, please.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Okay. And how it works is going to be tournament style. So it's like me and Jesse go head to head. Whoever wins that Ching Chong Boo, that topic goes forward. Same on the other side for you and Oscar. And then the championship, those 2 topics go head to head like this. Cool? Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, woo! Welcome to Wheel of Misfortune on Paranormal Dudes.
It's not one of those shows.
It's did you see Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it crazy that we're doing this nuts thing and this buddy's first episode back?
I'm so confused.
But like I said, it's oh, that's good.
Just
I think we all are.
Just not and smile.
He's those contestants that they're just like this.
Excuse me. Where's the restroom?
Excuse me, I'd walked into the wrong building. I was looking for the store. This is not the store. Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna get through this. Let's try.
Oh, we might not. This is gonna... Okay. Oscar, you're the first on the list.
Right.
So you're gonna what do you think you're gonna land on? I know you really can't see this, but you can see it now here on the side. These are the actual topics. See these? You see that?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay.
Michael Jackson playlist. IMAX this Friday.
I think the NPC one.
NPC one? Okay, that's fair. All right. Wheel of Misfortune. What's that one? What is that?
Worst ways to encounter a ghost.
Good one.
No,
there you go, Oscar. There you go.
There you go. Good job, Oscar. Good job. You got it. You got it.
All right.
Yeah, kind of. Sure. Why not?
Oh, I would love Family Feud.
It's like the worst answer. That's a good one. That's up there. All right.
You know, we should do that on an episode. Have like a Family Feud type of
Family
thing.
Feud or Jeopardy would be hilarious.
Yeah, for the show, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Why don't we do that? We already have a topic for next week, huh?
Well, it's our
We
show.
should
We
do
can
that
do
as
what
like
we
a
want.
live
We
stream.
can do whatever the we want. Okay. I got to update the calendar, by the way, because this is happening. Anyway, thank you, Oscar. Remember that's yours because I'm totally going to forget.
Topic.
Yeah, remember your topic.
Shoot, what was it?
You need that. I'm coming for you.
Worst ways to encounter a ghost. That's yours. Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy. You're next on the list. Welcome back to the show, by the way. Are you ready to go down the Wheel of Misfortune?
Let's do it, Bob.
All right. Get ready to
That shit
spin.
looked like it was like AI or something.
I know, right? It looked weird. Okay. Let's spin the wheel of misfortune.
Big money, big money.
All right. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. What is it?
What if deja vu is just a glitch from another timeline? Oh my God. I think all of us are on a dumb level tonight. I don't know if we'd be able to go through a serious topic like that. Except for Jesse. Let me retract what I said.
Flip you.
Okay. Flip you.
Flip you, Mr. Host.
Okay. What if remember that, buddy? What if deja vu? That's yours. Jesse, are you ready to spin the Wheel of Misfortune of Misfortune? Coincidentally, are we NPCs in someone's reality? Coincidentally, this wasn't on purpose. This is supposed to be the topic we were going to have with your husband, with Eric. I don't know why they landed on this. Coincidence?
Coincidence? I don't think so. I was moving it with my mind.
Oh, an ode of my loved one. We will have NPCs.
We will still review the topic.
Okay, it's unconventional, but your host of Wheel of Misfortune is going to spin the wheel as well. Sergio, yes, I'm ready to spin the Wheel of Misfortune.
Sit and spin. Oh my God.
And I have to go again.
What?
Hey, cheater.
Otra vez.
Cheater.
We're sorry,
You're gonna
Sergio,
get
but if you
buddies
get
next.
one more repeated
You're gonna
answer,
get buddies next.
you
There we
will
go.
have to come out of the closet.
I misspelled this one. What's creeper? What you can see or something you can see, can feel but not see it. Oh, sure.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
All right. Thank you. We are now moving on to the final round of Wheel of Misfortune. Now all of us will engage in Ching Chong Boo. Are you guys ready? So why don't we keep it in, how we outlined it at first? It's going to be Buddy versus Oscar in the semifinals of the show. Go ahead, try to do it at once. You guys know how to play it. Are we going to do best of 3 or just 1?
I think 3, huh?
Why not
Pinche-
3?
Pinche media hora.
Real quick.
If you do it from right here, it looks wrong. So make sure you're up here.
I know. Yeah, make sure you're up here. No, not like this.
You guys are
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ching.
Chin,
Yo me
chan,
baño sin
Boo.
champú.
poo.
Oh, pues. Oh, pues. Of course you guys did that already.
Go.
Go.
Chin, chan,
Chang. Boo.
poo.
Somebody say the thing.
Oh,
you got
Hey, buddy. That buddy gave him that one. Oh, he got scissors. Get me, daddy. Okay. Oscar 1, buddy 0. Ready. Go.
Oh, we're doing 3?
Chin.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Chin. Cham. Boo. Oh, 1-1. Let's go again. And go.
This is it.
Chin.
This is for all the
Cham,
marbles.
Cham. Boo. Oh, buddy's topic 1. Do you remember what your topic was?
Deja vu.
Oh, no. I have a feeling Buddy's serious topic is going to win.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now it's Jesse and Mines. I don't like it when people say that. Mines.
Or maybe you should put the last 2 on the wheel and then they spin it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The last 2 topics.
Buddy's
put it
topic
on the
wins.
wheel.
Oh,
between
yeah,
you
you're
and
right.
I.
That's cool. Okay, I like that. You know,
Or we could have
it's
put
a
all
good thing
4 and
you're
just
on
did a
here.
25% rail.
I know. It would have been a lot faster. But the chin champoo is fun. Ready? Chin champoo. Otra vez. Ready? Chin champoo. Hey.
Straight seal clapping.
Okay.
All right, ready? Chin champoo. All right, I got her. I knew she was going to go to rock. Okay. 1 me, 0 laughy girl over here. Ready?
I can't. Hold on.
Here we go. Ready?
Yes, go.
Chin champoo. Chin champoo. All right, she got me. She stayed at rock for like the past 3 times. Let's try it. Ready? Chin champoo. All right, Jesse
she
won.
got you.
What were the
Oh,
topics?
NPC versus Deja Vu.
Oh yeah.
Put them like 5. Put like 8 of them. So that way it's not just like half.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or put like
Okay.
I thought
144.
Shampoo.
No, we're bypassing that. Oscar had a better idea.
It's
put like
been
a lot though.
30 minutes of chin shampoo. There, people are gonna be like, "What the
What the? They're like, what the is this? I'll try to cut it down in editing for the regular one, not for the uncensored version. They're gonna see all of this.
They're like, what in the freaking world is going on?
What was the other one? What was yours, Jesse?
Deja Vu.
The deja vu.
Lightning round. It's a bonus round
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
where you could switch your topic. Okay. But you get to choose if you want to stick with the one you have or have a chance of getting another topic. One that hasn't been selected already. Now, buddy, would you like to engage in such bonus round?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to switch.
I like your enthusiasm. Let's see here. Let's spin the wheel of bonus misfortune for Buddy.
Yeah.
What's that one? Worst ways to encounter
a ghost.
All right, that's your new topic that's going in the finals of the show. Jesse, do you want to stick with your topic or grab a new one?
Grab a new one for the love of God.
Okay. So Buddy got this one. Let's spin the bonus wheel for Jesse. Let's go.
Come on, yellow. Come on, yellow. Yes. These are awesome.
Dumb ways people accidentally summon demons. Perfect. For the finals. Wait, where's...
I really hope we get red or green.
Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and spin for the final round. Here we go.
Yeah.
And the winner is Buddy.
Boo! Whoa!
That was my topic.
Oh,
Thank you for
what a
participating.
coincidence that this topic was Oscar's original topic.
Worst ways to encounter a ghost? That was your original?
Yeah.
And Buddy wanted it. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. And what a coincidence is Buddy's first time back in a long time. And he wins the show. Well, thank you for participating, everybody, in Paranormal Dudes. And thank you for watching, everyone. Good night. We'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm just kidding. Oh, no. Okay, so honestly, this week with our guests, it was going to be a GB. You don't know what GB it means, but Patreon does. You could go check and see what that really means. GB, here we go. So, in everybody's opinion here, okay, what is your own personal thoughts on what is the worst way to encounter a ghost? It could be anything in the world that you're doing
Encounter
or
summons.
Encounter. We can mesh that other topic together just for and giggles, which is summoning a demon by accident. Dumb ways. No. But let's go down this road first. Worst ways to encounter a ghost. Let's go with Oscar. What do you have for me?
So I think the worst way for me is when you have that feeling that something's going to happen and it happens. I think that's the worst because like you have this.
It is.
This like, I don't know, like this feeling, this like just something's not right. And then the noise happens or something moves or you see something corner of your eye. Like I think that's the worst. Yeah.
I heard that. Was that Liz or was that
the
Ergogore? Oh, okay. Okay, well, since you say that, like, has that ever really happened to you where it's, because I've had that feeling before when you're really thinking something's going to happen and it does happen and there's an anticipation for it. There's like a buildup. Your face is hot and kind of like your ears are ringing a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that apply to it as well?
Yeah, like when I go upstairs and I'm like carrying something and like I'm vulnerable and I just feel behind me like
he's carrying Buddy upstairs
and then and I'm like I just don't want to turn around and something to be at the bottom of the stairs like
just looking up at you.
Even though I know like nothing's like I just that millisecond where I'm like all right, nothing there, but I kind of saw something but it's not there.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling either. You guys want to chime in on that? Have you ever had that kind of feeling, Jesse, Buddy?
Yes, last night.
Last night? Please
tell us more.
Elaborate. Yeah, tell us more.
Well, to me, one of the worst ways to encounter with a ghost is when you least expect it. So last night,
No. I'm
well,
like
I'm telling the
based on
story. I am.
no. Oh. So okay, I get it.
So last night, when I was downstairs with Demo, he's like getting cereal, whatever, and then he's like, "I'm scared," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like I thought he just didn't want to go to bed, and like I was already getting like my cup of water and everything, like to start like telling him, "Come on, turn around and walk up the stairs," and he was like, "Look behind you."
Oh
And I was
hell,
like,
fuck
and he was
no.
like putting like this, like, "Look behind you," and I was like, "No, no, 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 pieces," and I goes, "Let's go, let's go, let's go," and I just was like, and at the same time, I was like, "Oh my god, like, hurry, hurry, hurry." And then, like, he's like, he does this thing with me where he's like, "Can you pretend like you're a monster?" And I chase him up the stairs, so he turned the lights off, and I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Monsters can't see in the dark."
They
And
don't
I
have night
turned
vision.
and there's a switch at the bottom of the step, and there's a switch at the top, so I turned on the switch at the bottom, like, "Okay, I'm gonna turn on the down switch," and then he gets to the top before me, and he's like, "Ha," and then he turns it off, and I was like, and I was going up the stairs, and I just felt like, "Please, something don't be behind me, don't be behind me," and then, like, I ran to the room, and I swear, like, I wanted to sit on the recliner, like, against the wall, like, where I could see everything around me, so that was, like, pretty creepy.
Dang. So would you say you got scared for the first time ever?
I
For the first
did.
time ever.
I got freaked out.
Where's the soundboard? We have to celebrate this a little bit.
I got
This
freaked
one?
out.
Is this accurate? Nope, that's not it. No, this one's accurate, right? Right. This is where is it? Yep. Nope, it's not working. This one?
Sure. Why not?
The ever strong Jessie Villanueva Vega.
Got freaked out by her damn little 4-year-old.
Got freaked out by her 4-year-old. But you know what? To be fair, your son could be on a sequel of Problem Child. I don't know if anybody has ever seen that movie. If you're from the 90s, yes, I'm dating myself. You should be very familiar with Problem Child. It's kind of like a off-brand Dennis the Menace. That's Demo. Like especially if it's terrorizing you, it's probably funnier to him that you're scared.
Well, the thing is that I said something weird. And then when he told me, because sometimes where in the backyard, I have like a freaking, we have lights, but there's like plants, and then it's like a glass door, right? The sliding door. So sometimes like I'll have to like go like this because it looks like a face kind of in the mirror or the window. So I just was freaked out already because I thought I had seen something outside. And then when he told me, like, look, turn around, look, and I was like,
No.
And then he was kind of scared, like, mom, because he didn't say it like, oh, he was like, mom, turn around. And he was like, look, turn around. And I was like, oh.
But wait, so did you say that monsters can't see in the dark, or did he say that?
I said it because he wanted me to
So he could
pretend I was a monster. Yes, because he was like, I'm not afraid to go. He was like, I'm not afraid of the dark. I can go upstairs in the dark. And I was like, I'll turn the light on him. And he's like, can you pretend to be a monster? I'm like, well, monsters can't see in the dark, so turn on the light.
That's true. Sully can't see at night, or Mike Wazowski. Buddy, we used to call Buddy Sully when we were younger. Ish.
But their bedroom is like, their bedroom is like right off the stairs. So I was like asleep in the bed, and I was like kept looking toward the stairs, like, I climb up, and I was like, eh.
It's scary at the same time, but also it's almost welcoming because you actually got scared this time. I rarely hear that you get scared of something because of how in tune you are with your emotions and everything that you are in tune with your clairvoyancy. I'm not trying to sound malicious. I promise, dudes out there. It's just, it's a breath of fresh air to hear that Jesse's normal like the rest of us.
Wow.
Well, in the sense of getting scared, just that. Fair?
Guess.
Okay, I should I should probably quit while I'm ahead before it just
Yes.
gets mad at me.
Before I kill you.
I'll share with you my tip that I do, so that way nothing comes up the stairs. I have a baby gate that I use for my dog, so I put it at the gate at the stair right there, so that she can't go through. You know.
That doesn't.
Don't tell me that.
Gate?
I made myself believe
Don't tell me that.
that if the baby gate's there, nothing can come up. So it's all good.
And then in the middle of the night, you hear the gate open.
The gate. The gate. Does it make like a creaky noise or anything like that?
Nah, I just put it like against like the railing and then the wall, so it just like lays on it. It's not like screwed on or anything.
Oh, okay.
So it's easy for the ghost to move.
It's easy access for the ghost.
It just has to pull it aside.
It can't, but
it can't.
It can't.
Just like monsters can't see in the dark, the ghost can't move the gate. So
okay. Well, thank you for sharing that, Jesse. That's one of the more like normal thing that's happened to you in a long time, because usually you don't get scared and it's just something normal to you. But do you think it's because Demo was with you and it wasn't why did it actually scare you this time?
Because I had felt something weird. I had seen something weird. I had felt something weird. Like an uneasy feeling, but whenever I am PMSing, like my senses are heightened.
Okay.
So I thought maybe it's just like I'm being crazy or whatever. Like there's nothing there, like Frijol would have barked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then this freaking fool's like, "Mommy, look behind you." And then he said it all serious. So I was like, "Oh fuck!" I just turned out the lights, and I was like, "Let's go."
That second
I get
confirmation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
okay."
shit.
Oh, I've actually wanted to hear these kind of stories for a while. Like I said on Normal Dudes, we haven't really had like a powwow or just like a little catch up with each other, and that's what that is right now. So it's nice to hear it. It's like being back at home, that feeling of home almost. So I appreciate that, Jesse. Thank you. And it's a cherry on top because you actually got scared. Anyway, buddy. So
wow. At least I shower with my eyes open.
Hey. I thought we're okay. I'll take that. I'll take it. It's fine. Buddy, what about you? He's like, what was the question? It's been so long.
He's like, what?
No. When Oscar brought that up, the being afraid when you're not expecting something, and then you asked us about it, it made me think about several times when I would work security with the private company I was with. There was a lot of times that they'd give me a job site where I was in the middle of nowhere guarding like farm equipment or something, and there is no light out there. So it's like pitch black. And I never really had a problem. Like I wasn't afraid of finding someone or maybe running across something. But I think, the worst feeling about that, like not knowing it's there or not expecting it, is that sometimes I'd be walking and I wouldn't have my light on me, or I wouldn't have the light on. I'd just be walking in the dark. And then you turn back and all of a sudden, like behind you looks much darker.
Ooh.
And you just get that feeling of there's something in that dark looking at me. And that, like, I think that's, it comes to this. Like, it's just scariness of something in that dark can be watching me. And I'm not so much worried about a person watching me there, but it was more of like paranormal, like what's in there watching me. Is it good? Is it bad? I think that's a really valid point. Not knowing when something's coming that freaks you out.
That's pretty bad. To the unknown factor of it kind of ties in with Oscar's answer as well. And man, you guys are just in tune tonight. I don't know what it is. Is it like moon? Is there a full moon out or something? What's going on here?
No, it's Shark Week.
And it's 420.
And it's 420.
Damn.
That is true. It is 420. Okay. Well, thank you for covering that portion. Oscar, you already you answered this question already, but this is more for Buddy and Jesse on the original question before we kind of veered into what Oscar added is the worst ways to encounter a ghost. So, what is the worst way that you could think of? It could have happened to you. It could just be that it hasn't happened to you and you don't want it to happen, or you've heard of someone else, that happening to them. What do you guys think is the worst way to encounter a ghost?
While you're having in the shower.
Oh my
In the shower?
Specifically, he's like,
you could slip. Yeah.
True.
Well, because you can slip and hit your head and die. Or maybe that's what the ghost wanted.
Maybe you're so hot that the ghost is like, I want that ass. Give me that ass. And they just make you slip. I mean, it has to be. I mean, imagine, you're in the middle of it. I'm not going to do any motions for the sake of YouTube and everyone else. You're in the middle of said coitus. And so, Jesse, paint the picture for me. Is it that?
So so you're like, and you have like
the glass door.
So like you're all of a sudden you're all into it, and you open your eyes, and there's like a thing like looking at you.
No,
hell no!
Like
that in that moment, my member would go inside of my stomach if that were to happen.
Or it's in the corner, like inside the shower. Hell no, bro.
And then you look at your partner and it's like not even your partner anymore. It's like something else. Like you thought it was your partner and it's not.
Someone else. So, question, Jesse. Do you keep going or do you stop?
Well, it depends.
Gotta.
Ain't no quitter. Kind of hot.
It depends.
What if it's like Oscar said, it's just in the corner of the shower like this?
What's not hurting anybody? I know
mosquito ver.
Just to ask.
It's not in the way. It's not in the way.
I'm the voyeur.
A la mejor, you never know.
Just tells you.
What if?
Can you pass the grape upon?
Stupid.
I'm just in line.
Would you like me to loofah your back?
Oh my god. Would you guys keep going or would you guys like stop? Oscar, buddy.
I'd be gone.
I was just.
I'd be gone. What the hell does that mean? You'd be gone.
You'd just get out of there? Like you would push your partner out of the way, stay in here with him, and you'd run away?
No, I mean, I'm just that. It's a race and I'm always winning. So I'd be already out.
Did you see when I asked that question? Oscar went like this real quick, making sure the door was closed and Liz wasn't there.
What
about you, Oscar?
Nah, honestly, like I would just keep going, bro. I mean, what it's there? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I mean, I'll try to sock it. Like,
you want to do the
time? Oscar's looking for confirmation. He's just like
I'll definitely like going like, is this shit real? Like, as I'm like,
Oscar's like this.
He's like, as I thrust.
So yeah, I mean,
oh my god.
Okay, that's a fair question. That is definitely a fair question. I'm not gonna answer this question because
you don't even shower with your eyes open.
Yeah, so I'd be like, where are you? Oh, here you are. And I open my eyes and it's the actual ghost. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, okay. Now back to the original question. We like veer off so much on the show. I love it. I love it. Buddy, so the original question to you, the worst way to encounter a ghost, like I asked Jesse.
Well, I was thinking over this question because I didn't know if we were going to go silly on it or not. But my first thought about this when it came up on the wheel was like, I feel the worst way to encounter a ghost is while you're like sitting and taking a dump.
I think you're right because you're kind of like stuck, right? Is that what you're like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, anywhere. I mean, think about it. You're in a restroom, a public restroom or something, and you ran in because you had to go, and all of a sudden you look up and there's just something walking past you or whatever. At that point, it's like you
Or
can't run
better
out of
yet,
there.
you're sitting in the stall and the ghost goes like this from under the stall like this.
Are you
Oh,
pooping?
Are you
are you gonna be long?
Are you pooping?
I
Jesse
mean,
hasn't
that was
seen
my
that video.
my first thought, but like I think like now thinking of it or thinking of this question, I was like, maybe the worst way to encounter a ghost would be like honestly going somewhere and speaking to somebody and like carrying on a full conversation and you're just like totally in there, like I don't know, like you're a tourist speaking to somebody and you turn away, you turn back, and that ghost isn't there anymore. I think it's like the worst way because it's like you literally had a full conversation with somebody and they were never there.
They were never there.
I think
Those are my
I think that was like my
most
more
favorite
serious
encounters with ghosts.
Really?
Those are
Oh
your
yeah,
most
I
favorite?
love it. I love it.
Well, I don't think Buddy was here for Hotel Del Coronado. I think it was just me, you, and us, Jess. But Jessie had something similar happen like that. She was at a bar. Remember with
The old
remember I
man.
was saying like Esquire, Speckle, whatever that
Speckle Esquire.
Oh yeah. I was here for that.
Esquire. Were you? I could have sworn.
I think so.
Or was he here?
Unless I just watched the
Was he?
episode, but I thought I was here.
No, I mean, thanks. I mean, that means we're doing our job if it makes it feel like you're hanging out with us. But yeah, I'm looking at the episode. You weren't here, unfortunately.
Or was he?
Here. Or was he? Or you know what? I just this up in our soundboard.
And then close up on the weird faces of mystery.
Or was he here? What if he? I don't know. No, he wasn't there. But Jesse had. I don't know. Jesse had a similar experience with a dude at the bar, but Jesse, the way she described him, and then me and Oscar started questioning her, like, do you remember the guy? Did he look like he was interacting with anyone else? And then it started clicking for Jesse where she said, no, he wasn't really interacting with anyone. So that happened to Jesse. And we figured it out on that episode. And obviously Jesse likes that kind of shit. And that's not the first time that's happened to Jesse.
And then the amount of detail that he knew about the story was just like,
yeah, it was a little off that he knew a lot. He's like, I was waiting for that in the hotel and she never showed up.
I thought he was hitting on me. I was like, shit, was he gonna die soon? He looks like he's a millionaire.
You looking for a sugar baby? Oh yeah, I think that's one of the worst ways too, because that's happened to me. Not so much as enjoyable like Jesse. It's more of I'll have a conversation with a stranger and they're gone. Not like I turn and they're not there. It's more of I'm in a social setting, which doesn't happen often because I'm a hermit and an introvert. And I'm in a social setting.
I thought you said.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said, and a pervert.
You know.
I mean,
I was like, what?
I mean, maybe.
I just didn't know you were so open about it.
You're like, I guess Sergio's just going to be like saying it now on the regular show.
Well, if we're going to be transparent.
Buddy's like, well, if we're going to be transparent, me and Oscar just got done scissoring last night.
We were 9:30 in our dreams.
9:30 in our. That's what we're going to call it now. Instead of scissoring, it's
that's the time that they meet in their dreams at 9:30. When Oscar says he has an appointment, it's with Buddy in his dreams.
And 9:30.
Oh, I can't film tonight, guys. I have to have an appointment right now at
9:30.
And it's him and
Just
Buddy.
so you guys
That's
know,
what it is.
me and Oscar don't have wet dreams. We have soaked dreams.
You know, and Jess, this is how they put on the mood. I would put Careless Whisper or something on right now to kind of, you know, paint the mood, but this is how they get it going. Buddy's on their side, he just goes like this. Oh my God. Off air. I don't know, maybe I should
turns it on.
I know. Maybe I should answer this question, the whole worst ways to encounter a ghost. I kind of said it in Normal Dudes what my real answer is, but I don't think I should repeat it here on the normal show. On Paranormal Dudes. It's a little explicit. If you've been here long enough, you probably can guess what it is that I said. Yeah, for sure. But like private
you're
time,
rock, paper, scissors by yourself.
Exactly. You got it. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I in light of being a little safer on TOS with YouTube and all the other platforms, I'm not going to give my real answer. My alternate answer is it's anywhere private time, you know, take it. Buddy kind of took mine whole taking thing.
Paper, scissors. Yep.
Not to alarm anybody, I don't know if my daughter's still awake. It is past 10, but I heard something over here. I heard Daddy. I was like, oh no, it's either her, which is not a good thing because she should be asleep. She has school tomorrow. And if it's not her, obviously it's bad as well because that's a ghost.
I am hearing a voice.
Are you hearing a voice?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Scared me.
I like that that's in our soundboard now. We use that whenever it's like something scary. But anyway,
if you hear
back to the question.
my creepy son talking.
The what?
It's probably your.
Oh yeah, I hear. Yeah, I hear demo. I hear. Yeah, it is my godson. But I did hear daddy over here. Just so everybody's aware. It's because our episode so far has been pretty kinky. So the ghost is like, hi.
Oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy.
Hi, daddy.
Oh my God. What, you know what, dude? I've come to the conclusion we can't just come up with topics on at the beginning of the episode because
it'll always go to
another
it's
fun.
topic.
These are fun. These are fun.
Go to another topic.
Yeah. These are fun. These are fun. So anything private time for me, taking a what I said at the beginning of Normal Dudes, Jesse's central time. Driving is a vulnerable.
Yeah, what about when you're driving? Have you guys seen that new scary movie that just came out about like a hitchhiker thing?
What's it called? Hitchhiker?
No. I think it's an A24 film. Let me see.
Let's see. Hiker movie. Is it a 2026 movie?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a 2026 because it hasn't come out.
Send help. Is it? Oh no, Passenger.
Yes.
A24 Passenger.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, that looks pretty creepy. Andre over. Is it? Is it A24? Is this a foreign film?
No,
it looks like a foreign film. Oh yeah, it is. Hitchhiker movie, Passenger. All right. You know what? You're right. So, but that's happened to me as well. That there's grand folklore of Calexico, California, when you're driving down 98, the one giant road that goes down the town, and there was a canal that's off on the right when you're coming into town. Supposedly, if you see a woman in white, yes, I know woman in white again,
Always.
and always a woman in white. And if you see her on the side of the road and you don't offer to pick her up, she appears in your back seat. So that's never happened to me. My dad said that happened to him when he was younger. But take that with a grain of salt, because my dad did copious amounts of foreign substances. So
My
so
God.
don't it could have been some other thing. But yes, Jesse, to answer your question, I think driving is a vulnerable state, and it could be that what if you're rocking out, or you're headbanging, or you're singing along to your favorite jam, kind of like that our 3 episodes ago with the bridge. What if you're exactly, and you're in the moment, and you feel free because you're driving and listening to music, and out of nowhere some random schmo appears in your driver's seat, and it is a vulnerable state, and it's dangerous as well, because people that overreact, they could crash. What if that has happened to people in the past? You don't know. So, because for the most part, the people that crash horribly on that road, unfortunately, have lost their life. And we know a lot of people that have. Not so much Osk, but Buddy and Jesse. I think there's a handful of people I know of that unfortunately passed away on that road. Various reasons, or sometimes unexplained, and maybe it has something to do with paranormal. We don't know. Yes, that's me trying to inject some seriousness into this wacky episode. So ultimately, with staying on topic with worst ways to encounter a ghost, I think we could kind of tail off into the finalist to the winner of tonight's episode topic, which would be dumb ways people accidentally summon demons. So I'll go first on this, and if you guys think it gives you time to think about that, ultimately this is going to ruffle some feathers, because within the paranormal community, there's people that conjure or summon said demons for various reasons, and it's kind of scary. And it is that people, they willingly do it, but accidentally summon something that they didn't expect that was going to happen, because they think they're in control. Ultimately, when it comes to demons, I wholeheartedly believe, and still do, that people have the misconception or the facade that they're in control, or they have dominion over demons who are powerful. And it could be from any denomination ever that does this. But I feel like there's some denominations that tread lightly when it comes to demons.
No.
And they don't just freely try to speak to them, or summon them, or conjure them to their locale for anything that they want or need. And it's something that I've brought up a lot on this show with the current cast, and before that, demons are not something to be taken lightly, or think you're in control, because I think it's worse. Now, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's worse when people think they're in control and they're not in control, which makes it worse, because the demon starts taking advantage of this person, and they start moving, or creating more in lieu of them thinking they are in control of this demon, which I think is 10 times worse than doing it by accident, or just being hunted by a demon in general. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I would
definitely. I mean,
say
anytime somebody summons, it's not good.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think it's Do you think it's worse or the same as accidentally doing it or doing it on purpose because you think you're in control?
I think it's worse when you accidentally do it because there's no direction. There's no like when somebody does it for a purpose. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that demons will follow the rules that you said, but I think they have a direction of what they need to do
Mm-hmm. To
based
get to
on
you.
whatever, yeah, based on however it was summoned. But when it doesn't, it's kind of like you just kind of open the whole thing and they just do what they please.
That's fair. That's
It's like
fair.
when the Craft movie was out that everybody wanted to be a witch and they were buying like random witchcraft books and doing spells and summoning and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, or even actors have been like certain movies that the actors are even afraid to say things or do things because they're literally saying that were, maybe it's not exactly, but it's similar to
Yeah,
summons that were,
similar.
yeah.
Buddy, what about you?
I mean, yeah, they're valid points, but I personally think if you are summoning a demon, I think it's worse than the accidental way
Mhm.
because if you're summoning a demon, you're basically opening the portal and making a straight invite to bring something in, and
Intentionally.
thinking you have
Exactly.
thinking you have the power over it. I mean, I don't think that's anything anybody can have. You can't have power over a demon. Whereas the other way, accidental, I mean, I was just going to say it, but the other accidental way can be like at the De Leon house. How many
Yep.
times was there an infinity mirror? How many times was there, opening the door because you heard knocking?
Yep.
That was more, I would say, accidental, still dangerous because it affected us and affected, a close friend. And I think either way is, I mean, it's
Either
not
way is dumb.
controllable by anybody, but yeah, they're both dumb. But I just think if you personally are opening that portal and you're personally inviting something in or asking something to come within your circle, you're leaving yourself very vulnerable because at that point, you believe you have some kind of strength over it and it's going to prove you opposite.
Yep. No, yeah, I kind of I see where you're coming from, Usk, for sure, but I'm leaning a little more towards how Buddy's sentiment is because it's intentional. And you're kind of paving the runway for the demon, like, come and take me kind of situation, opposed to, yes, it being accidental and it's more of like a vulnerability thing and it'll catch you off guard. But there's some safeguards and, that could happen because of it being accidental. But when it comes to doing it um, on purpose, it's more of I don't I don't think there's a way back. If you do come into contact with the demon and you're purposefully trying to summon them or there's a reason why the person that's summoning or conjuring the demon, there's something they want from the demon, right? Or do you think it's for fun? People are just doing it for fun, like, look, I have control. See, it's not that big of
I
a
think it's
deal.
both. It's people that actually know what they're
Mhm.
doing and ones that just do it to show off. But most of the time with something like that, you need several people. So that would be stupid even intentionally because something that you've done before that has worked before is not going to work every time because it's unpredictable.
No, it's true, especially with something like this. And like we've mentioned many times on this show, that as a society or the paranormal community, we're barely scratching the surface. I feel like the paranormal realm is such a big iceberg that we haven't even come close to. And I don't think we ever are going to get close to the bottom. But I really think that people have the misconception that they are in control when it comes to uh, I want to say more malicious entities, because they're a lot more powerful opposed to like, ghosts or um and correct me if I'm wrong, just because of your background and the people in your circles. Um I'm sure they have safe words or anything like that when it comes to demons and accidentally doing it or any. I'm sure no one in your circles are purposely
No.
conjuring demons.
No, but if you are,
Um,
it's for an exchange of something. So if you don't know exactly what you're doing, I mean, it will exchange for something worse or more or God knows what.
right, right, because inherently these beings are very. Uh, their biggest thing is deception, right, buddy?
Yes.
So they're gonna trick you into thinking that it's harmless and nothing's going to happen. And all the while, something can look like it was natural, um, whether it be someone passing or something horrible happen in your life, and it looks like something natural. But I think if you've done something weird like that with the demon in your past, it is going to be correlated to the demon, and you thinking that you're in control makes it worse. So ultimately, that was like my long-winded uh, answer to that. But you guys personally kind of touched on it a little bit. Um, have you guys ever do you guys know of anyone? I know we just said that Jesse circles like they don't, but it could be someone that you know of that isn't necessarily your friend. Are you guys know of anyone that accidentally summon demons? Not you can't count me. You can't count me, okay? Because we've gone over that story many times. Um, but have you guys? Do you guys know anyone or anything like that?
I mean, I know people that have summoned dark things. I'm still 100% sure what they are. I don't know, and I don't even know if they knew what they were
Oh,
for sure.
that's scarier.
Same here. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
story that I've told you of that family friend.
Mhm.
I don't know. I have no idea what it is, what they did,
But
but it was
and I remember the story. The family friend, were they more was it something accidental or was it something that they willingly conjured because they wanted something? That's the part that I'm forgetting.
well, it the person involved, it wasn't them. I mean, they were,
Mhm.
put under substances and influence,
Right.
and they were used as a, I guess, a vessel sacrifice, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
um, from an ex-girlfriend. So it was purposely
Oh.
done on this person.
Right.
Um, I just remember him saying that he woke up, there was candles around him. He was completely naked,
Yeah, no.
and he's never been the same since.
I don't know how I would react to that if that were to happen to me. But he's like, "Oh, probably be a good time for me." But yeah.
And again,
Buddy.
like the lifestyle of that certain group of people,
Mhm.
um, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? When you exchange, and I don't know if you're gonna go around and ask like other dumb ways to conjure them, but I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like when you feel like you have a lack of something or envy, or you want something from somebody, or you want success, and people will go
Right.
to those extremes to summon something for
Mhm.
that. And unfortunately, in that line of work, like corridos, grupos, like all that stuff, like it's very
Yep.
prominent, you know.
Well,
And
because a lot of them they
that's what it is.
worship the
Like
the
amarres if you wanna get a guy or something, or if you wanna
Yeah,
keep
yeah, yeah. Well, because a lot of them they worship la muerte, right?
that
Santa
and like
Muerte.
Mhm.
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I don't know if we've ever gotten a little more detailed when it came to that story because we've kind of we combed over it a little in the past, but I don't remember the candle thing and him being
Yeah,
naked. So
there's a lot
it's
that, and this
crazy.
could be a whole thing in itself.
Episode. Yeah.
Yeah. I just have to be very John Doe about it. Jane Doe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, has to be anonymous without a doubt. What about you, buddy?
I didn't
He's
personally
like, the
know
last
these
time I
people.
woke up in the middle of candles naked.
It was 9:30.
No, that was a good time, but no, I didn't know these people directly, but when I was a firefighter in Winter Haven, we would get a call out to this rural area. Basically, it was like it was a really like wooded area, kind of like in a canyon. People were just living out there. And it turned out the people that were out there, it was a pretty big group, about 40 or 50 people, were all Satan worshipers.
Okay.
And they were coming to a point where I think they were running out of money, and as a community they weren't able to feed themselves or something. And they started doing a lot of offerings and trying to ask for stuff, and I think they summoned something. But all I remember is we started getting calls at like 3:30, 4 in the morning to go out there to them. And we kept on coming up to this corner. And at that corner, as we're turning, we're in the middle of the night in an all desert area. We would all of a sudden see somebody like waving their arms at us, and we'd stop, and it'd be this guy with this elder lady in a little wagon, the little red flyer wagons. And she'd just be sitting in the wagon, like, hunched down, holding her knees up. And we'd get there and she'd be like, I mean, it almost looked like she had just gone through a bunch of seizures. And that's how we were diagnosing just to put her in the ambulance. And, she looks post-ictal, looks like she just came out of seizing. But they never found her to have a seizure disorder. And they ended up telling us that they were Satanists and that they had a cult down there and they were doing their thing. And they believed that something had possibly attached itself to her and it was starting to attack her. So when they were doing their offerings or they were doing their whatever it was that they were doing down there, she would immediately go into like real bad convulsions, and she would go into like something was attacking her, and they would just call 911, throw her in the wagon and walk her up. It was like almost a mile from where they were at, up through the dirt and canyons and everything to get to the road. And yeah, it was something weird. I mean, like I said, I didn't personally know them, but I think they didn't know what they were doing, and they summoned something and it attached, and poor lady and ultimately ended up paying with her life for it.
Oh, she actually got taken. Oh,
yeah, she was really bad, but finally the last time they called us, we got there, she was on the cart, on the little wagon. And we approached her and we said, she's not breathing. And we pulled her off the wagon. We started our CPR and everything, but there was like no signs of lividity. It was, she lost her life. So yeah, she may have been taken. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst. I mean, that's like paying the ultimate sacrifice is your life.
They probably knew that it was going for her.
They probably knew that that was going to happen, right? Like she was.
I would think so.
Buddy, do you think she was a sacrificial lamb when it came to trying to get more money from said demon?
I mean, it could be. To be honest, that if I took you guys to where they are, I could show you the walkway they use, like the little, they're in and out of there so much.
Right.
And I just went out there, was it middle of February? We were in that area. And while we were driving past there, I looked over, and that little walkway, that path is still cleared. So that means they're still coming in and out of there. So,
oh my gosh,
that just tells me somehow they found a way to thrive. And I mean, they're literally living in a giant tent. They just put a bunch of tarps and tied them together.
Going to Yuma?
No, he said Winter.
Yeah,
he said Winter Haven.
In Winter Haven, if you take Winter Haven Drive, that'll drive if you're going if you're going through the city of Winter Haven, the only main road in Winter Haven is Winter Haven Drive.
Right.
If you follow that out, instead of getting on the 8 right away, you keep going straight.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to go through like this back way, and you're going to come to this like tunnel of trees. As you're going through those tunnel of trees, you go through like a little curvy road that takes you through some of the little canyons out there. And finally, you'll come up at another pass that'll bring you to the Kachan Casino.
Yes.
Right within those canyons, you'll run right through where they stay. But from where they come out, you still have to walk about 3/4 to about a mile into the bush just to get where they have their little tent area all set up.
But can you see it from the road or
we
no?
had to go in there. No, you have to actually go all the way in there. We had to go in there and rescue somebody, and we had to trek in it was like I said, about 3/4 to a mile in, and you're going through a lot of like rough area, a lot of brush and stuff. And finally, when we got to where we were at, and we realized that we were going to have to carry this guy out on a not a stretcher, but on a backboard because he couldn't walk. We were like, it's almost better to get a helicopter out here because the walkway is only wide enough for one person to walk in single file. So for us now, 4 people to carry him on a backboard, there wasn't going to be that kind of space. We would, they wouldn't be able to get through the bush. It's so thick. So we devised a plan out, and finally what we did was we had our desert rescue come around another side that could go 4x4, and we put him on that, and we ended up evacuating him out another way. But if we would have tried to hike the other way, it would have been about 3 or 4 miles before we could get to somewhere where we could have the fire trucks and the ambulance at.
My gosh,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
so it was rough, but that's where they lived, and it's literally just what do you call it? Tarps, just like the blue tarps. And they're just tied up together, and they just created like literally a giant tent, like those giant event tents where they do like weddings. Yeah, they live in there, and at the far end, there's like a raised area, and that's where we imagine is like their not their temple, but like their shrine or whatever. And we were never allowed to go into the tent. So if there was ever a patient inside, they would drag him out and put him in the dirt in front of it and say, work on him here. You're not allowed in there. So whether it was they had illegal substances or they just didn't want us to see the whole occult thing that was going on in there.
They had. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was terrifying because I didn't like going there at night. And it was we always mentioned it too. It was always about 3:30 to 4 in the morning where we'd get a call and they'd be like, you need to come out here. So it was like,
oh my God,
are they doing something at 3 o'clock in the morning where, they need somebody to come out because something happened, and so it was a trip. It was a real trip out there. And like I said, I didn't know any of the people there. I just know this little old lady, and she wasn't old. I mean, she looked old. She just looked like she was getting life sucked out of her. Cause like when we first saw her, she was blonde. And when she finally passed away, her hair was like bone white. And she looked like she was in her 80s. And I think she was only at the time only like early 50s, mid 50s, something like that. So, I mean, she ended up looking like she was super, super old, but she actually wasn't. So it was a trip. That whole thing was like, I don't know. It was kind of scary going out there. I really didn't like it.
Like, how often would you guys get calls in regards to something happening there?
When I worked at that station, I worked sometimes 15 days straight, so I wouldn't come home. And I'd probably go out there about 2 or 3 times in a 15-day period.
Damn, that's not good.
That's a lot.
No, and it wasn't always for the same person. It was for different people, but she was the worst one.
I guess you could say this further proves my point that people like this that think that they have control over something or, what they're doing is beneficial to them, and they're not. Like, what did they really? So say for instance, the lady was a sacrifice. Obviously, it worked because, well, she was no longer living or is no longer living now. what did they really get out of it? What improvements happened
Who
to where
knows?
they are? Not much if they're just in the same spot with the same tarp. Like, what did they get out of it?
I feel like sometimes it's
Nothing.
not
Like
what they're getting
material,
out of
right?
it. Yeah, or maybe it's like they're trying to find a way and they just need to experiment.
Or maybe they become like higher in like the practice or
Yeah, they
something.
like
Right.
10 prestige or like
I don't know.
something, you know?
Like they fucking
Master level.
I
Well,
mean,
but
I
yeah,
don't think, I don't think it would have granted them like gold coins and they all of a sudden can construct like a giant
for sure.
building. But I think for them what was going on was they were going to a point where I think they were starting to starve, like they didn't have food. And I mean, just because you call something out like that, it doesn't mean that you're asking it to become a millionaire. You could just
Right.
be asking it for make sure we have some kind of sustenance coming to us. And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe it's what do you call it? Rabbits start coming into their camp more and all of a sudden they can eat, like, or something
Right.
maybe
from
they're
the
freaking
land
eating each
started
other.
growing for them,
Maybe.
You know what's a weird thing? There were kids out there, but you never heard babies.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Oh.
That you never heard
okay.
babies, and then you'd end up out there because I was in that city for 5 years, or in that town 5 years working, and we went out there a lot. You would always find kids that were 3, 4 years old, 5 years old,
Never.
and you would
like
see every
babies.
now and then you'd see a female that was walking around pregnant, but you would never hear babies. And with the commotion of everybody being awake and stuff, you would think a baby would be crying or something.
Right. Yeah.
Never. You would just see these little, I mean, I know you make fun of it and you've said it before, like little Aiden with the silver teeth. These kids were straight up deliverance children, like missing teeth, running barefoot.
Oh my gosh.
They weren't in school and some of those people didn't even talk English. So you want to get scared.
How did they communicate?
There was this one man, I can't remember, I think his name was Carlos or something like that. He had like a Hispanic first and last name, but he looked like he was a hillbilly. And he would walk his way into town and cut people's lawns with an old lawnmower, but he couldn't speak English. So when you'd come out there and see him, you'd say like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he would literally just he would just make noises like that, and that's how he conversed. And it was like it seems like so Hollywood or so like I can only imagine or explain it like The Water Boy, where the coach comes out and
the coach is like,
exactly.
Yeah.
But that was how this dude communicated. He would just and it was
crazy.
like, what he's saying? They're like, I don't know, but he knew what you were telling him. Like, can you tell me how to get there? And he'd like point out where to go. So it's like he understands you, but he couldn't speak back to us. And those kids, you'd hear them running around and like yelling and playing with each other during the day, but it didn't sound like they were using English like to talk to each other.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like they were doing like kind of like primal sounds, like kind of like like they were like So it's kind of like that is weird. And it was just a weird area, real weird area. And like I say, I had my position as a lieutenant, and my chief would tell me like, if you don't want to go down there, you could stay at your truck and let your boys go out there and work. And I was always like, no, if they got to go, I got to go. But I personally did not like going down there, and being that it was reservation land, they weren't native, but they were living out there. So we couldn't actually get the sheriff's department to come out there with us. So it was just fire department out there alone. So it was it was not comforting. I didn't like it.
So going back on what you said, not necessarily on the monetary value of the exchange with the demon, but more of sustenance. So was there any new, like, did you see any difference in nourishment since you went out there so often? Did you see any change in like the frequency of the food that they had or livestock or anything like that?
I mean, we couldn't go in the tent to see that, like what they had.
Right.
But I could tell you this, if they were that bad off and they didn't have money and they didn't have food, we would have been going out there for more deaths as far as starvation or
True.
malnutrition.
That is true.
That's true.
All of a sudden, it kind of like everybody just kind of kept on thriving out there. Like there was no like open waterway out there. There was no like,
Right.
they didn't have crops because it was all salt cedar, it was all desert foliage. So it's not like, it's not like there was enough water for anything to really survive out there. So somehow they were making it because you would never see those people in town.
That is true.
So it's like,
because you're basically saying there was no natural resources in their locale. So yeah, I get it. So yeah, I didn't think of that. So that's a little more enlightening. Oh, that's it's funny how we started out this episode very jokey and laughy, and then now it's like it got serious now. Everybody got scared. Todos calladitos, no more jokes. Yeah, that's kind of scary. And you know what? And I wouldn't be opposed to trying not to get on their campsite, but kind of going around them, especially since it's in the valley and, Imperial Valley,
10,000
California.
likes and we'll send Oscar to join them.
To a
But I
90
think
day.
a 90 day. I think when it is that we do all get together in the valley, which is going to happen this year, Oscar, you have to go.
I'm down.
We could
gotta plan it.
Yeah, we got to plan it, and we'll take Oscar around town and show him all the different places that we speak on the show. And this place is new to me, the one that Buddy just outlined in Winter Haven, and I would love to see it, not necessarily internally in their campsite, because if they're still out there, they're thriving in some manner. So that's scary altogether, and especially the nature of what they practice, it's kind of scary as well. But I would love to do that, and if Ethan can accompany us, we could film it and put it on our YouTube channel. So now people could connect the dots, what the different places that we've talked on. And so it's just not Googling it if they're really interested in it. It's more of a face to the name in these locations. But thank you for sharing that, buddy. I really miss that is your story times. And we have the absolute pleasure of having one tonight. So thank you for that. But
a great way to make a comeback. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, your comeback. But yeah, obviously tonight's a little different. As you saw at the beginning, if you hear more often and you're a mainstay here on the show, that's generally how we don't do things on here. But it's a little more unique. Because of our cancellation with the guest on our show. But
like brought it up like 5 times. Like
I know
he's really mad about it or something.
I'm gonna put it in the description because of a cancellation. But yeah, it's a little different. I didn't have a D&D segment this time around because of how everything kind of worked out with the episode.
We had a guest
how the cancellation.
Because I didn't say it. You said it. I didn't say that. So I promise for our dudes out there, we will have a D&D segment on the next episode. I promise. A lot of people enjoy those things. I didn't even know. So. Do you guys have anything for our dudes out there before we let them go tonight?
Don't summon anything you don't know what you're summoning.
Yes, please, for the love of God. Buddy?
If you ever happen to be with your friends late at night for a slumber party, fat on pizza, hyped up on Mountain Dew, do not go in the restroom and say Bloody Mary 3 times.
Oh, God. Lord Jesus.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, buddy. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Osk?
Use baby gates to protect yourself. Demons.
Monsters
And
can't
monsters
see in
cannot
there.
see in the dark.
Hey, you know what? What if we carve out some time every 2 months or so, or maybe we bake it into the show sometimes, where we do this Wheel of Chaos.
I like this.
This
good.
It's fun. It was fun. I don't know about you guys. Was it fun to you?
I thought it was fun. I'm just freaked out because I have to go downstairs right now and get my pills with Creeper over here.
With Devil.
You should do it.
Buddy, I know it was your first.
Behind
It was your first time back. What'd you think, buddy, on the Wheel of Misfortune?
No, that was a lot of fun. I actually liked that we didn't have a set topic and we were just kind of going off the top of our heads for stuff we'd known or seen. Yeah, that was really cool because
instead of researching and notes and like that, right?
Yeah, and the cool thing is with me, you and Jesse got together anywhere, and Oscar came along with us. All four of us got together somewhere, and we started talking about this. This is how our conversations would go.
Yeah.
We always start off where we're laughing our asses off, and then before we know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're telling these ghost stories, and we're freaked out. It's like, don't go home, I'm scared, and it's like, yeah.
Or
I
trying to convince.
Honestly think that's going to happen.
Buddy, you want to sleep over? Like trying to convince Buddy to sleep over. I did it a lot, especially at the De Leon house. I used to.
Oh, I hated that when it was late and we had to leave, and I was like, oh my God.
And you want to know what Buddy's response was every time? And I'd always be like, man, he would say, why? I live down the street. He would always say the same. I live down the street. Why would I stay here? I was like,
I thought he was trying to keep me from driving drunk or something. And it was like, no,
just more to protect. It's all narcissistic.
But you know what?
Will you hold me to sleep?
I will say this, and it backs Oscar's statement. I never got a blanket to cover myself, so I would put a baby gate on me to stay warm. Nothing touched me.
the ultimate force field. Yeah. Well, dudes, thank you so much. A little housekeeping before I do the send off. Make sure you check out our Patreon. We have a lot of cool stuff over there. You get to watch Normal Dudes, which is our behind the scenes. You get this very episode uncensored, for the most part, uncut. We take out some chunks from the episode that don't work, or they don't work. Aren't in line with TOS on certain platforms, so we remove them. Unfortunately, if we could keep them, we would. But go ahead and check out our Patreon, all of our socials. Check out our website if you want some merch. We have some cool stuff. We're putting something together for our 100th episode for the show. It's going to be a special. We're going to put our heads together. All 7 of our heads together.
He counted.
There's 4 here and 3 of the dude.
No.
Yeah. We're gonna put all 7 our heads together and figure it out, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I hope you guys enjoy this episode and check out our other ones. We will catch you guys on the next one. Later, dudes.